Hi, my name is Rizki Pratama Putra, and I will tell you some strategies to teach your student pronunciation. Now I have about 5 strategies to teach your student how to pronounce words. Right, the first one is listen and repeat. This is the most common method to teach pronunciation. So you say the target word and have your student repeat after you. If you're teaching a long or a hard word with multiple syllables, you can start from the last syllable and have your class repeat it. After that, add the second last syllable and say those 2 syllables and have your class repeat it. This works effectively backwards, and you do this until your students can pronounce the whole word correctly. For example, when you want to teach your student to pronounce the word ventriloquist, you can start from the last syllable, quist. So you ask your students to repeat it. After that, add the loquist and you have your students repeat it until the first syllable, ventriloquist. The second one is isolation. When working on specific sound, you can isolate that particular sound from any others. You can simply repeat pronouncing it again and again and have your class repeat after you, focusing on the nuance of the correct way to pronounce it. Another way to isolate the sound is using a method called minimal pairs. So what is minimal pairs? So minimal pairs are 2 words that only vary in a single sound, only one sound. For example, pin and pan, or bat and pat. So this method, minimal pairs, is a great way to focus pronunciation on just one sound. The next one is singing. Well, surprisingly, singing is one of a good way for your students to practice their pronunciation, especially on their vowel. Because singing requires a person to make a good vowel many times in the lines. It makes your students focus on the target sound, and they can adjust what sound they're making. Just ask your students to sing their favorite song, and you can fix their pronunciation by giving feedbacks or suggestions. Okay, the fourth one is mirroring. In this method, you can encourage your students to look at your mouth and face as you pronounce words. They also can see what movement they are making as they speak. Because sometimes being aware of the movements in pronunciation allows your student to fix the sounds they make. For example, when you want to teach the th like in the, you can instruct your students to mimic your face. Like you can tell them to put your tongue behind your upper teeth and say the word the. Okay, the last one is phonetics. Sometimes English pronunciation can be different from how we usually read words. So to know how the word pronounced, we can try to use phonetic symbols to represent the sound instead of Latin alphabet. Well, we can find these phonetic symbols on several websites or in linguistic books or even dictionaries. Once you teach your students how to read the IPA or International Phonetic Alphabet, you can use those symbols whenever you teach a new vocabulary. Well, I think that's all, and Thank you for watching. Bye.